Who's favourites for the league this year?
Mussey probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, mate. Yeah.
They've started well. They're also 3 from 3.
Okay.
So it's- yeah.
Mm.
We play them in 2 weeks on Saturday
Oh, okay. What date's
at
that?
Olive Bank.
The 24th.
Yeah,
It's a bank holiday weekend.
it is.
Liverpool, the 4:30 game on the Sunday. 25th.
So
We must be back to back 4:30s then, because we're playing Man United the following week.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, on the first. We going out for that. You boys playing golf for it.
we were playing golf in the morning.
Yeah.
I could be talked into working.
Yeah, like
next
go
week,
watch. I
no?
mean, I don't mean like out, but
Aye,
like,
I'll
go
come out,
wa-
aye,
yeah,
we'll
go
go-
watch it
go
somewhere. I
watch
don't mean
it,
like
aye.
go out, but yeah.
Yeah.
On the Monday, yes, we're the third game of the season. That is.
Yeah.
That'd be 3-0 again, like pre-season. Right, should we get into it?
Yeah, let's go.
I've written down what I've got. I've got my top. I've just gone top 4, 5 to 8, and then bottom 3.
Fuck, I've not wrote anything down.
Neither have I.
To be fair, I mean, I'm sure everyone's probably going to be close to the same, but
Top 4, 5 to 8 in relegation.
yeah, 1 to 4,
Yeah.
5 to 8 I've done, and then relegation. So you can bounce off of mine. That's fine. And Matthew has since texted me his, which are quite eerily similar to mine. But
Just reminding yourself of the teams.
I need to look at the league table. See who's
I
actually
get
in
the
the
league table up, mate.
Just for the relegation.
That's fine. Well, I've got my bottom 3, but I say I want to start at the top end. I think we get to the top end because, to be honest with you, I mean, is there even any point in start on like staying on who's going to win it? Because I think it's City.
Again.
I think it's City again.
I was thinking about this today. I think it's Arsenal.
So that
Oh, okay, you both think it's Arsenal. Why do you think they'll
Yeah.
beat them? Why do you think this year? Pep's potential last season.
I don't know. I just fancy a bit of a change. So I thought it'd be different.
Yeah,
City, Arsenal.
I'm pretty much the same. Like they can't win the league. What would that be?
5.
5 times.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just that's
5 on the bounce.
That's
They're going to be hard to beat, but Arsenal have been close the last few years. So I just kind of thought, well, kind of like Liverpool previously got close, and then
Yeah.
eventually did it. I just think Arsenal, bit more experience in the squad. They've still got a really young squad, but it's like a bit more experience. Like, quite like what Arteta's doing with some signings as well.
Yeah.
He's going to that classic like playing 4 defenders, like 4 centre halves at the back, basically, isn't
Yeah, and
he?
he's got that Californian, isn't he?
Yeah.
That played, he's obviously like left back was an area last year where they struggled a bit,
Yeah.
didn't they? It was Zinchenko ball watching and that.
So because they've already got a pretty solid defence, so I reckon they're
Timber will be back as well.
Yeah,
he's
he's back.
He was a big player.
So he'll rotate with those
Yeah.
with that California.
yeah.
I'm with you. I'd like a change, but if it's Pep's last season, I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I think they're gonna either push them right to the end again because it's a lot. Like we've been there. Like it's a lot to do it, and
Yeah.
like we dipped off in between those times of like we had like a season where we dropped off from them and then came back up. So it'll be really interesting to see if they keep up. But I hope he's alright.
They had a season where the year that we won it though, they had a season where they dropped off.
And they dropped off too. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Like, they're probably obviously they're due
Due
one.
a
They've won it
drop-off.
four in a row, and they've also like Alvarez is obviously going to go, like touch wood.
80
So like
million.
when you actually start looking, and if De Bruyne goes as well, you probably start looking at it. They've not really signed anyone. There could be not that they've got a lack of depth because they're class,
Yeah.
but like they might not have as much depth as what they've had previously. Like Haaland got injured for a little bit last year, and all of a sudden
Mm-hmm.
Alvarez is pretty much playing week in, week out.
Yeah.
Obviously, Foden was unreal last year. Whether he probably does do that again. To be fair,
Yeah.
he's class.
I
But
think maybe that's why they're letting Alvarez go.
yeah,
Yeah, I think and he's obviously wanted to play a bit more, which I would be guessing. Yeah, I don't know. I hope so. I'm glad you guys think Arsenal, but
Something different, eh?
it is
Yeah.
something
Can't just
different.
keep saying City.
I know, but I just look at it. I'm like, if Pep's gonna do his last season and he's obviously already achieved, no one's done 4 in a row. I think just why not just push it for 5 and then no one's probably gonna catch that again.
yeah. I mean, it's a fair way to even go 4, right? In
Yeah.
the Prem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think as well. I think it's is it been 20 years since they last won it? So it's a nice wee ring to it, isn't it? It was 30 when Liverpool
fair,
won
when
and
Liverpool
won it.
Christ, it's been 20 years since they last won it.
Yeah,
Terry
Yeah.
Henry and that hybrid and shit.
I think
That's
so.
mental.
03, 04.
Okay, so right, I'm saying City, but you're hoping Arsenal tip them to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
at
it'll
least
be,
yeah.
I think it'll be close. Again, obviously, I do think City will be up there again. But yeah, I'll go with Arsenal.
Oh, they've got to push them they've got to push them to the last day again, really, don't they? If they got a chance, or do what we did and run away with it and City drop off. Right. Okay, so we're going up City Arsenal. I mean, I had Arsenal second. I don't see I think that I actually think I'll say this. I actually think 1, 2, and 3 is the same as last year. I think Liverpool third.
I struggled a little bit with third and fourth, to be fair.
Did you?
Between United and Liverpool.
Not United.
I still think Chelsea might just. I didn't want to put Chelsea in there because I think they're maybe just a little bit. They're not settled. Obviously, something's still going on, right? I thought if they kept Poch, they'd be up there.
They've won one of their 5 pre-season games.
I've seen that,
yeah.
And that was the same reason that I didn't put Spurs in there. So that's why I kind of went with that top 4 because I don't think Villa keep up. So I was going to say, I think it will be United third, Liverpool fourth.
Love that.
United third, Liverpool
Love
fourth.
that.
I'm gonna go. What do you think, Ali? Go on, then I'll make my point on my third and fourth because my fourth is different to any.
Yeah, Man City second if I'm going Arsenal top.
Okay.
And then third and fourth, I do agree with Liverpool. I think to start with, when Klopp obviously announced that he was leaving and Slot's come in, I was like, they're going to be a big rebuild job. But I actually don't think it'll be that bad.
I'm with you.
I think they'll be quite good still.
Yeah.
It'll be a different way of playing. It won't be the same style, but I think they'll be good still.
Yeah.
I think he's got them clicking in pre-season. I like what I've seen so far in highlights and stuff. Like I've said to you in the chat, I think Salah's going to be back to prime Salah.
Shaved head, white boots.
Shaved head, white boot. He's doing things this season.
Yeah, hope so.
So I'm sticking them third.
Yeah.
And I'll go. Yeah, I've just got to put United in there.
Put United as fourth.
Got to put United in.
United as fourth. We'll get to United. I've gone Liverpool third, and I agree with everything you said. And I'd obviously, because it's the team I'm going to follow the most of all the transfer news and stuff like that to watch. But I was sat back and I was watching, like, because I have a lot of time on my hands at the moment, watching a lot of YouTube, Sky Sports using that, and I'm watching all like the YouTubers that do the football stuff as well because they're doing this, and I'm looking at it and like, I know it's part of the game, right? But it's like, Liverpool haven't signed anyone. Why have Liverpool not signed anyone? And I know that's like their way, like they have to sell that as news. And I'm looking and I'm like, a lot of people kept saying, Slot should know who he wants and who he doesn't want. And I'm like, that's a load of shite. Because, like, fair enough, you know who they are from afar, but he's fucking coaching Feyenoord last year. Like, he's got a full-time job, mate. So, like, yeah, he knows who they are and he knows who they play, but until you get down on the training pitch with them and you implement your ideas, you've no idea who's it going to work with and who it's not going to work with. So you have to have a little bit of time to do that. So I was like, shite. And now, obviously, today you've got that Martin Zubimendi link that's come out that looks pretty concrete the way Liverpool do stuff, which... Again, only known because he came on for Rodri that I was texting earlier in the Euros final. But look, decent, big boy. That would be good.
He's exactly what you'd need as well.
Yeah. I think he's decided Endo's... You can see that with like Endo. I reckon Endo will be really coachable, but he suited Klopp to like press and win it a little bit. But on the ball, if we're going to play through midfield, he's not going to suit it, is he?
Yeah, he ended up being good though.
Yeah, he was great, mate. He was a great signing. But I think...
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I like all the vibes of Liverpool. I've watched the preseason games. I like what the players are saying about it. I don't think we'll challenge for a title, not at all. But I think 1, 2, and 3 will be the same as last year. City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Do you know who I'm worried about in Liverpool? It's implementing in the system is Robbo. I don't know how it's... I look at it and like just from what I've been reading and hearing about what he like, again he'll adapt it a little bit to who he has, but he likes his fullbacks to like one side to invert a little bit. And saying that, if one side inverts, it would be Trent, because then Trent can kind of still be that centre mid guy. But I don't know if we're going to be playing a bit more. Has Robbo got that in him? I don't know.
I thought this as well, but then I've seen a lot of people online, if you look at that, being like, well, apparently Robbo can do that, but you don't really see it. Like, obviously, he doesn't come across as that kind of
player,
like a Cancelo or anything like that, does he? But I do agree. I think that's probably where Liverpool will look to, because Robbo must be about 30 as well, right?
Must be pushing it, yeah.
So I think that's where Liverpool will look to strengthen at some point, whether that's this year, next year, or whatever. But I don't know. Like at the end of the day, he's always done. He's your classic, like, done a bit of a job, right? He's just like a solid, like, 7 out of 10 every game. So you never know. He might be all right. But like as well, like if you're going to have one player that doesn't do very well, you don't mind it being your left back.
Yeah, exactly.
With
like
all due respect to left backs.
Regardless, he's gonna give you probably a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Even if he's not going to be great on the ball. So yeah, I worry a little bit for Robbo, but like the rest of it, it looks good. I'm excited for it, man. I'd be interested to see. Like obviously we've been linked to Anthony Gordon loads. I would take it, but then it's like we seem to have so many people in the same position.
Yeah, I do like Anthony Gordon.
So it's like I would take him in a heartbeat. Well, talking about Anthony Gordon, my fourth place, I'll put Newcastle.
Yeah.
No European football this year at all. 1 game a week. I think they'll have learned a lot from last season with the games and stuff like that, and they'll have less this year. And and like I said about Anthony Gordon, I genuinely think he's one of the best wingers in the league. I think he's absolutely class, and I know that because I didn't have him in fantasy last year and I got fucking rinsed.
I think Newcastle will be up there. To
Yeah.
be fair, yeah.
One game a week.
I just went with United, obviously, because
You've got to.
I support United.
Yeah.
So, but I do think Newcastle will be a lot better, like you're saying.
Signing, I can't say I'm going to butcher this. Gahey, the Palace boy.
the Palace boy.
Signing
yeah.
him, it looks like. I like
Looks
that.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I wouldn't mind if Liverpool went in for that. We need a centre half. I like
It's
that.
interesting though, because if you look at the Newcastle squad, and don't get me, they've obviously got loads of cash, but you wouldn't exactly sit there and be like, you definitely wouldn't say it's a stronger squad than United's.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't at all. And the reason, if we can put them into both, we can probably just chuck. Let's be honest, we're all probably thinking the same, right? We'll talk about Newcastle United, but I've then gone Spurs 5th, Villa 6th, United 7th, Chelsea 8th, right? And if we want to talk about United, my thought opinion is, I think Ten Hag's gone by Christmas and Van Nistelrooy's in charge. Genuinely,
I
I
don't think
do.
that's a shocking shout. To
I
be
do.
fair.
I think.
I think that's why Van Nistelrooy's in there. It's in the
Yeah,
pipeline already.
I think so.
A little bit. It almost. Let's be honest. They didn't want to keep him after the season.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah.
And then they looked around and there wasn't anyone else there. However you want to put that. Okay, fine. Or the folk you went for weren't interested in it. But I think they just kept him for the sake of it. And I think there's a little bit of, if it goes a little tits up. Well, Rude's been manager of PSV. He's a legend. We'll have him steer the ship
They've
until
got
the
a
summer
quick
again.
backup plan just there.
Yeah.
Straight away.
And I do like the signings you've made, but are they going to impact like right now? Do you know what I mean?
Williams broke his foot already.
Yeah, exactly. He apparently turned Madrid down for United. I'm like,
Although
come
to
on.
play devil's advocate, surely Ten Hag's had to sign off on Van Nistelrooy coming, and you're not going to sign off on someone that you think like, well, he's got potential to take my job.
Very true.
Like so,
This is a little bitch.
yeah. But you're just not going to sign off on that, are you? So I don't know. I think that might be a little bit of kind of like paper talk.
Yeah.
I think Ten Hag. I think he'll be fine.
Do you
I think-
genuinely actually think you'll come forward, right? If you take the bias away, your supporter, do you actually think you'll come forward?
Yeah, I think we're going to be contending. It's not going to be clear cut, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've got a great chance.
I think
I
you'll
guess
still
a lot-
pick up some shit results.
There's a lot more stability around the club now.
Yeah. So
All the background noise is quieting down. There's
yeah.
all the people in place above Ten Hag are very highly regarded in football. They know what they're doing. They can already see they're clearing out the shite with like getting rid of Greenwood. Obviously, Greenwood's class, but just what's happened, you can't really keep him at Man U. But getting 30 million for him, young boy Kimbala, was that his name? Got like 9-10 million for him. Someone else is left.
Sancho's staying.
Obviously Martial had to leave and stuff.
I find the
there's
Sancho
someone
one a bit
else.
weird too.
There's someone else that's left.
I know you can fall out with people and make up with them, don't get me wrong, but
I think
I-
Sancho might leave.
yeah, but it was like all talks that we made up, or do you think they're trying to cool anything down for just like the sake of
Yeah.
chat? Yeah, maybe.
I just like what they're doing. They're not really messing around with like getting rid of the deadwood, bringing
Yeah.
they've been quite efficient with their business so far.
Yeah,
It's mental to like the rebuild that United probably should have done 10 years ago seems to be happening now.
yeah,
Like it's taken
Yeah.
10 years to be like, because you've obviously
Mate.
signed some, like, well, not even signed some pish, but like signed some people on high paying contracts which haven't worked out, and then
Harry
getting
Maguire.
rid of them. Or even like, yeah, Harry Maguire, fair enough, but that's like an easy one. But like if you
Yeah.
look at like obviously like Schweinsteiger came in, and like
yeah.
Varane was
He
obviously
did
actually quite.
Ibra, Schweinsteiger, yeah.
but,
although
like Varane was actually quite good
Yeah.
for
And
like spells,
Casemiro.
but he's like injury prone.
Yeah.
Casemiro's on a massive contract.
Alexis
and, like,
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've
Like,
gone through that
yeah,
sort of spell.
Cavani.
They had
Yeah.
a spell where they just went for like the big names
Uh-huh.
to try and rescue them.
But and it hasn't worked. But that's almost like taking up a 10-year worth of like of a potential rebuild,
Mhm.
and now you're only getting to that rebuild now. But that's obviously when Man United fans have quite rightfully going to sit and go, well, we've been through this for 10 years. We're a massive club. We're now expecting to be
Yeah.
like challenged for titles, and then we're sitting here going like, I know I'll put them third and whatever. But then you're sitting there going, like, there's absolutely no chance they win the league. Same
No.
as Liverpool, right? Liverpool aren't going to win the league.
Yeah, no way.
But like we've just got a new manager, but like 10 years down the line to still be in that position of you're not going to win the league, I think that's when United fans probably quite rightfully start to get a little bit
Aye.
frustrated.
I just think the big thing for Ten Hag is he's been so close to going that surely if he has another bad period, he goes. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
trying? Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's got another like, oh, let's let him get through it phase in him. That's why I think he could go, because I do think
Yeah.
you're going to go through a bad period because of where the squad is, everything we've just talked about, and I just don't think he survives the bad period. And part of me is thinking that's why they've got Van Nistelrooy in a little bit.
I do get that, to be fair. I think,
Yeah,
and there's something going on, but like you have been so unlucky with injuries. And I know like people always said last year like it's just one or two positions, but
yeah,
if you're playing like Liverpool when we had that bad season during COVID or after COVID, whenever it was, we didn't have a centre half, but like that just rooked us.
yeah.
United had similar last year, right? They didn't have a left-sided centre half and they didn't have a left back.
The back four changed all the
Yeah.
time.
So like,
But yeah, Shaw and
but that seems
Martinez
to be
were a
happening
lot.
again. Like with injuries in the middle of pre-season, like
Yeah.
how would the boys just get injured all the time?
don't know.
There must be something going on there.
Hoyland's on his hamstring as well.
Yeah.
Which would have
Euros
been
on
the
his
main
foot.
striker. So
Yeah, I know. It's mental, like, but
Who's going to play up front?
the boy you
I
signed.
reckon they'll sign play Zerke. Is that how you
Yeah,
pronounce his
yeah,
name?
yeah.
Probably
They've
give
done
him a
that.
go straight away.
He said he's a
Yeah.
9. He's not a striker, but he's not a 10.
I've
He's a
seen that.
9.5.
Yeah, get out.
Yeah, get him out. Get him out already.
Or
I
give
mean-
Rashford a go. Rashford on a
Yeah,
go back to goal.
Rashi again.
doesn't
mate.
even like it though,
Fucking here we
apparently.
go.
I hate him up front.
Yeah,
I think he hates it up front too.
Yeah.
just hates life, mate. Nah, he can't.
Bet he
Fine,
fucking
but-
loves
It's
life.
hard. It's hard with Rashford, when it's like when it's a boy that's come through and he's United, and it's harder to like.
It's a big season for him though. He's got I like
100%.
Is that about
I've been
three
his
big
biggest
seasons?
fan since he's broke through.
Yeah.
Even when he was through his droughts last year and stuff. But he needs to. He's what 26 or something now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
I
he's no
know.
longer a kid. Like he
Yeah.
should be hitting like really good numbers.
I don't see him doing it, mate. I don't see him doing it because I don't think yous are that stable. Like I say, I think Ten Hag goes this season. I really do. I'm not just saying that of like I just, and then I think that creates more instability. I get what you mean, but like Rashford's had like I feel like every year it's like, oh, he gets next year, and it's like fucking how many years
I
is
know,
he
and he is
getting?
getting on
mate?
it. It's easy to say, right? But like Rashford, and I think he is decent, right? But he wouldn't have even got a sniff into like a United squad like
No,
between 2000 and 2010.
not even
Like
close.
not even a look.
Nah.
Not even
So-
close.
Yeah, I just don't know if he's like that level.
But then 2 years ago, he was scored 30 goals all competitions. He was like in team of the year,
Yeah, fair. But then last year,
and then
he was
last year,
absolutely
I know it's
Yeah.
like just
Like
it's just the consistency levels from him.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say, mate. At the end of the day, like he had that, and that's great. You can't take that away from him. But like he does. I think he's done that like almost twice, right? And we've had this chat so many
Yeah.
times, and he's dipped for like 3 years, and then he does it again, and it's like, is that like what is that? Like that level's not.
Yeah,
I know you're not, and also unfortunately for him, not playing in a very good team and a club that's been in a shit like spot as well. Do you know what I mean? Like imagine let's just say you took him and you put him at Liverpool off the left. It's probably all right. In,
He
in a
doesn't
good
give a
environment.
shit sometimes as well.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. I
Which
mean,
probably
he-
doesn't like help him.
fucking rapper. He's rapper as well. He likes scoring against us. But
Yeah, he
Um,
does. to be
I
fair.
don't. So I don't know if I said this, but I've then gone from our 5th to 8th. I've gone Spurs 5th, Villa 6th because I do think they'll be okay with in Europe because Ermi knows how to do it, but it's still those guys' first time. They might
Yeah.
struggle a bit. Then I've gone United 7th. I've gone Chelsea 8th because I think Chelsea are all over the fucking shop. They got rid of Poch, which I don't think they should have done, but I get why he left. They brought in Maresca from Leicester. Fine, like try and give manager a bit of time, but he's done the championship at Leicester, and that's it. I think selling Conor Gallagher is a shocker.
Yeah, I
Take
agree
him at
with
Liverpool in
that.
a heartbeat. He's a Chelsea boy. Like all the fans seem to like. That's like a signing where the fans go like, really?
So he's only
like-
on 17 grand a week. If
It's
you-
just
Fuck
the
off, really.
if you believe what you hear on top.
financial fair play though. It's like it gives them sort of no option.
Yeah,
And it's not really. I
'cause
think
it's
that
full profit.
And they
Yeah.
count as full profit.
yes,
Yeah.
I think the rules will
Bullshit.
change on that. Like
Yeah.
it's
100%,
just
it's got to.
it's got like these academy players that are getting sold really because they're having to get sold so the clubs don't get hit
Yeah.
with fines and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Conor Gallagher doesn't want to leave Chelsea. You
No,
know what I mean?
not at all,
He wants
mate.
to be there till
He's been
he
the
finishes
captain
career.
last season.
I know.
He was the captain last season.
He would have
under
been
Arsenal.
their player of the year if it wasn't for Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
And you would have had a lot more credit for it as well. Like Palmer obviously
Yeah.
took all the headlines, but yeah, I mean,
Shambles.
it is a shambles. But I think the rules will change. I mean, that's why, isn't it?
Yeah, that is why. But I just Yeah, it's just a shambles. I think they're going to be all over the shop. Like I was watching a lot
I
today on
agree.
them, but the
Yeah.
manager's like, I'm trying to sort the defensive line out. Like we're too high in that. I'm like, oh, you play City on the first day.
Yeah.
that's a killer.
You're gonna get fucking humped.
Yeah, I didn't have them. I'm just looking at league. I didn't have
Yeah.
them in my top 8.
Yeah, you think they can finish lower? Wow.
I had Spurs 5th,
Yeah.
and then I had Newcastle 6th, Villa 7th, because I think they will struggle a wee bit with Champions League, and then this is my dark horse shout as well, and I'm going to go Crystal Palace to finish 8th.
Wow. Think the big man gets them up in 8th. I liked them last year. But
Well, at the end of last season, I thought they were class.
No Elise now
at
though,
least say
True, but like,
and possibly Gahey.
yeah, I mean that kills them a wee bit, so I might have to double check.
I
if he
like your
goes.
dark horse. I like that
But
as your dark
I
horse.
think
so
they
yeah.
finished the last season really well. Fair enough. No Elise, which is a bit of a killer, but I don't know.
They were classed at the
pe-
back end
like
last season.
they battered United. They
Yeah.
gave Liverpool a really good game towards
Yeah.
the back end of last season.
He was a good coach.
Mateta turned into prime Drogba.
Yeah, Mateta was unbelievable.
After being horrendous when he
Yeah.
first signed,
He
eh?
did.
Yeah, he must have scored generally must have scored 6 goals in the last maybe 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, it was every week.
Uh,
Mainstay in the fantasy.
yeah, I think I had him in the fantasy in week 4 when he was hopeless.
I never even had him in. Says it all.
Head was gone.
Head was
Head
gone.
away,
Nah,
mate.
head was gone last year. Mate.
But yeah, I just think I think that coach just came in, done really, really well, and I just thought, you know what, bit of a dark show.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I like it, man.
I'm gonna go Palace.
I considered that as my dark,
Yeah.
but I just thought with
I'm worried that I've missed an absolute shocker on my top 8 though.
No, I don't
there's
think
so many
mate.
teams.
No, there's so many teams. There's so many teams. Like Brighton have got the new young manager in. That'll be interesting. See how they do. Do you know who?
I wanted to give
West
Andrew Jones
Ham?
get a wee shout out.
Yeah,
West Ham have
Hammers.
made some good signings.
They have.
I like a lot of things.
Somerville.
That they've done.
I can't say his name.
The boy from
Fulkrug.
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Yeah.
Fulkrug, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
4-year deal at 31 years old though.
Yeah, I
7.5
thought that
million on
too.
the old fantasy as well.
Yeah,
Don't know if he's worth that.
I thought I liked the Somerville signing.
I like Kilman as well.
Kilman.
Matt's Kilman at the
yeah, I had to say this every year. It's just something about West Ham. I like them, but I don't know.
I'm not sure about Lopetegui.
Yeah, neither am
Yeah.
I. Yeah, neither am
I'm
I.
not sure about him in charge. So
Yeah.
that's my only criticism. But
Yeah.
their squad's really good.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
squad is decent.
Obviously kept Bowen in that.
Yeah,
and
of
I mean,
course.
he's just West Ham through and through.
Surprised
right?
no
So
one's
he's-
linked with him. Must just
He's
get
older than you think, though, right?
Yeah, he must just get shut down when you try and tap
Yeah.
it up as well. I like that. Do you know who I was just thinking there? But do you know who? Speaking about who you think will surprise people, I mean, I think they did this last year too. But I've got Wolves again on the Gary O'Neill. I think they'll be even better this year. I think as long as Neto stays fit.
I'm sure you said last year that you thought they were going to go
I
down.
think I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gary O'Neill's. I really like Gary O'Neill. I think he'll do well. I've seen one of their goals as well that they scored in pre-season that was class again. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean a lot,
Neto
but-
just can't stay fit, though.
I know. I don't
Wow.
even really know who they've signed, to be honest. But I like Wolves. But do you know who I've got? Who I think is going to really struggle? Brentford.
I was just about... Yeah.
Like, I think Tony's clearly running the contract down.
Yeah, I think the bubble might be burst,
I think
actually.
they're burst. Like, this is terrible. I couldn't tell you who they've signed and who they've sold.
Signed that Igor Thiago boy.
Right.
He was a record signing, but I don't actually know who that is.
Who that actually is, mate. I mean,
Good to see we did our research.
I just
Oh.
feel. I think we've said this last year. I said this last year. I just feel like they haven't changed anything. I feel like it's just the same. And I think at some point, you get taken over.
Yeah.
If that
Gets
makes
a bit
sense.
stale.
They were
It
also
does
just
get a
like...
bit stale.
They obviously didn't... They waited for Tony to come back from his 8-month ban or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then he came back and they didn't really do anything.
Like first couple of games had a bit of bounce and that was it. Then they
He
were so
actually got
shit.
dropped. Well, he didn't start
Yeah.
on the last end.
I mean, he is
back in
good.
the
He is
season.
good, right? But people used to link him with Arsenal now.
Yeah.
He's not getting a move to Arsenal. No chance.
I think Brentford will struggle, mate. I think Brentford will struggle. I mean,
My strugglers are Brighton.
you think Brighton will struggle?
Oh,
now?
really?
Yeah. Just think, obviously, De Zerbi's left. I'm not actually sure who the new gaffer is, really.
Yeah.
Like,
31 years
what's he
old
going to
from
bring?
Germany. Yeah.
Pascal Gross is away at Dortmund.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, do you think Brighton will go down?
Nah.
Oh,
just
struggle a bit.
just
Just
struggle
struggle,
because they've
aye.
been like top 10
Yeah.
haven't they?
Yeah.
So contending for Europe in Europe the last couple of years. I don't think they're reaching anything like that again. I think they're kind of 13, 14
Yeah,
sort
I'm
of
with you.
position.
they're that club that everyone goes, oh, you look at the model and they sell and they buy and it's like, yeah, it's great, but it's like Southampton were that, right? Like you're gonna at some point you're just gonna go down, man. Like you just can't sustain that after a while. So I'm with you, Ali. I think they'll dip a little bit. I like Beans' Palace's shout. West Ham, Wolves, all those guys in the middle. Do you want, sorry, just to quickly go back to because one thing I had written down there. Sorry, I had to go back to Liverpool a little bit, but I did want to mention it that I thought was quite interesting was another good thing I like about Slot. You know the most expensive player Feyenoord's ever bought. Do you know how expensive they were? And it was under Slot.
I know.
2 million quid.
It was 8 mil. That's their most expensive signing they've ever made. So I seen that and I was like, FSG have looked at that, and we're like, he can work with a budget in a league where because we're never gonna we're not those guys. But I thought that was interesting to mention. Trying to see if I've got anything else in here about that type of stuff. Any teams in the middle about that?
I think my tip for doing better than they normally do is Fulham.
Okay, Smith Rowe.
I think Smith Rowe's a great signing.
Yeah.
I think he'll be one of the signings of the season.
I like Smith Rowe too.
Didn't
Who
even
else
look
are they
at
trying to
Fulham.
get? Is it who else are they're trying to buy
I
someone
don't
else?
even look at Fulham when I scroll through the league.
Fulham, yeah.
Marco
I like
Silva.
Yeah.
I just like Fulham. I just
They
got
did sign
I've just
someone else,
I've just
though.
got a
They
good feel about them doing quite well.
that. Yeah.
Like maybe contending for that last Conference League spot.
Mm-hmm.
And
Kind of replacing a Brighton up in that area,
yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
aye.
Yeah, I like that shout, Ali. I like that shout. What do you think about, like, sorry to go back as well, with Spurs, have you seen, like, I was just trying to watch a lot of stuff last couple of days. Do you like Ange's press conferences and that?
Yeah, I think
He's
he can't
a
be
bit
off.
rattled, eh?
Yeah.
He's a little bit rattled. That they're going to be interesting because he did really well at Celtic, and I thought he did great last year, and then they hit that kind of, like, dip. And I was like, okay, now in a big league, you've got to be part of a team that, how do you, like, bring the team back up and deal with the hard part? It's going to be interesting. See today they're trying to get Solanke. I like that.
Yeah, I
like
did
that.
see that actually. And
Yeah.
I do like that.
I like that. They need that.
65 million.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
really? That's quite a lot,
That's
but I
what
still
they
like
did.
it.
But yeah, I do quite like that. Meant he was at Liverpool, but
Yeah, Chelsea and Liverpool.
I did see that right because although Son's obviously class, but like he was obviously better off the left with Kane up front as a
Yeah.
nine. Like I don't really see Son as like a 9.
Nah.
It's like an out and out striker. Where I think if you get an out and out striker, that's someone for like him to bounce off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he obviously struggled. He was really poor the year when
Yeah.
Kane was still there, right? And
Yeah.
then he was okay last year, but he wasn't like his normal self.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say.
Nah, I'd say worried. I just quite like Ange. I was watching all those press conferences and stuff, and I thought I feel like he's struggling to, like, turn it back around. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's starting to get, like, and he's starting to use, like, the anger. Like, it's a side of him we haven't seen yet, right?
He's almost just like, no such thing as being too honest, right? But he just
Yeah.
says it as it is, right?
He
Which
does,
probably
yeah.
doesn't always come across like. I don't think he always plays the line that other managers play in terms of
Mhm.
maybe like bigging up players. I think if someone's shite, he's going to tell
Yeah.
like the media that he thought they were shite.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe like so you could read into that, but I don't know. I still think he's class. I just don't know if like, yeah, they've
I think
It's
Spurs will be
so-
fine.
yeah. I think they'll be fine.
They'll
But
be in
where's
that
the-
top eight.
Where's the expectation for Spurs? Like that's like they've got such a
Yeah.
high expectation as a fan base, but then the league's so competitive now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they almost like not. There's obviously
So like his
still a
fifth and
chance.
his fifth, sixth, like is that a good season for Spurs?
I
They
think
missed
so.
the
I think
boat
if you're
slightly.
breaking into fourth, that's a hell of a great season. If you
Yeah.
get back in the Champions
If
League.
you look at it like a few years ago when they got to the Champions League final, though, like their squad was stacked,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Like, they probably missed their chance to win
That was their
something
team,
big
eh?
then.
Yeah.
they blew the
against-
league as well.
Yeah.
a couple
remember
years
when
before
Chelsea won
that.
it?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they got to the Champions League final, obviously, and then
I think fourth for them would be good. But yeah, like Anne said, he was like, I like the challenges, and my biggest challenge is still to come at this club when we're just about to win like a big trophy. And I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I like that. But
I do like it.
I've watched the press conferences and that, and I thought, well, he looks a little ratty, and I've not seen him like that before. So it's just interesting to see where he takes it. But they'll be fine. They'll be in the top 8. No bother. But that'll be interesting with that. I like the Solanke sign. 65 million is a fucking lot of money, but
I'm sure I've seen it with 65.
I mean, like, if you're Bournemouth, he's our prize assets. We need to get compensated him. And if you're Spurs, well, you kind of need a 9, don't they?
What did you think not to go back, but Atletico signing Alvarez for apparently 82 million?
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
They're selling
ya?
they're selling a boy to
Some profit
Chelsea
for
though,
City,
right?
isn't it?
selling a boy to Chelsea for 35-40.
In today's market, though, if it carries on to be the same, yeah, I think Alvarez is class. I don't think it's.
I think he's
I don't
really
think
good
it's a
too.
shocker.
I think that's a classic Atletico. He'll be their 9.
Yeah, I think he's what, like 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in today's market, because folk were like, oh, so much money, like he's not worth that, and I was like, I don't know, like I think
Yeah.
he's pretty fucking good.
I seen a thing on
In
top.
my head, I'm like 60 was 60.
Yeah.
Would probably be a
But then if
good
you're getting
and nice-
Solanke for 65,
Yeah, I know, true.
Yeah. I seen a thing Troy Deeney saying on TalkSport, like they were talking about that, and he said it was just he was like, I don't know, but he was like, off the top of my head, he's like, who's left City under Pep and like actually done well and got better? I think anyone else.
Cole Palmer.
Well, that was a
Yeah.
debate, and they were like, but was like, Palmer never really got like, has he got
Palmer was good. That like
exactly?
he could have played for that.
so like if
City,
he
yeah.
played more, would he
Yeah,
still been
yeah.
at that level anyway?
and you
Yeah.
could probably argue that no one leaves like a winning team, so no one's
Mm.
really left apart from Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Like
Very true.
you've got like guys like Fernandinho, man. He was just about in a Zimmer by the time he left.
Like Fabinho was
Yeah.
dying, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm with you, Beans. I I really like him. Who else, what else signing wise? Got Danny Olmo to Barca, in Europe.
I liked him in the
Yeah, very good signing.
classic Euros.
Conor
Yeah,
Gallagher, we said. Somerville. Is that about it at the moment? That's gone there. I've got Smith Rowe to Fulham. Yeah, is that about it? Is there any other decent signings that's been made? I think that's about
off
it.
the top of my head.
He to Newcastle. Oh, United being linked to like the Ligt and that. I reckon these are obviously trying to do that, but that's a classic United. Gonna run that down to the last fucking transfer day, and they'll be wanting about 80, 90 million. Or
And they're not
something.
trying to get 2 boys from Bayern.
Yeah,
It's like
The right back as well.
yeah.
So they both used to be at Ajax
yeah.
under Ten Hag. I don't even know how you say his name, Mazaruzzi or something.
Instead of just re-signing his old Ajax team.
Yeah,
he
pretty much.
does love that, doesn't he?
That's a little bit of a concern for me too. Like I get why you would do like the odd guy, but if you're trying to bring everyone in,
To be honest, after Anthony, they should have just the folk
No
above should
more.
have just said you're not allowed to do that anymore.
no more mate, you're cut off.
He's so shit.
Cut off inside
He
an
needs
Ajax.
to go.
Yeah.
Well, but Onana said he's going to take more risks this season as well. So
Gee.
I was like, fucking more risks.
Yeah.
Fucking
no.
can't wait to see that.
Oh, no.
Right, bottom 3. I've gone for I'll go 18th. I guess it doesn't matter, but I've gone Leicester, Southampton, and my third to go down is Nottingham Forest.
So that's the exact same as mine.
Yeah.
Well, I put Leicester in there because I don't really know what they're going to be like. Because
Yeah, it's just Steve Cooper, the manager. And, yeah.
I'm desperate for Forest to go down.
So am I. I
Really?
want them
I
to go
just
down.
don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. I
I
just
don't
think
really
they're
like Nuno Santo, to be honest. I don't really like him as a gaffer
I
either.
think it's the owner. I think he just comes across as a right cop.
Last year with all the shit with like challenging everything and that,
Yeah.
I like when Forest came up. I was like, class, great stadium, good tradition. I liked Steve Cooper as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
I thought he was good. I thought he harshly got sacked, to be honest.
yeah.
They're not got any better, have they? It's not like they've.
I'll
But
let
wait,
them
wait,
go
fucking
down.
flirting. So I hope they go. I'm with you.
I think Southampton will come rock bottom.
I've got them 20th.
What about Ipswich?
I think they might be okay.
You think?
Yeah.
Kieran
Just like
McKenna,
Kieran McKenna, United
good-
chatted to him
good
in that as
gaffer,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I
Yeah.
think they might be. I mean, when I say okay, like 16th, 17th, like staying
Yeah,
in the league.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, if you ask Kieran McKenna right now, what's your goal? He'd
Stay in the
probably
league.
say 17.
Mate,
Yeah.
stay in the league.
I think they stay in the league.
Stay in the
Yeah.
league.
Fair.
It's always who adapts the quickest day because recently now, because everyone plays, and like Company didn't really change it at all, did he? And Burnley just kept getting humped. Whereas like who else came up last year that stayed up?
They all went
Luton.
back down.
Did they all go back down last
Was
year?
it not just 3 up, 3 down?
They're Luton in the league now.
Burnley,
No, they're down.
Luton. Jesus Christ, we should know this.
Sheffield
boys.
United.
Sheffield United.
Yeah, they all fucking went back down. That's good of me.
Yeah.
But like Luton, that was it. Luton kind of adapted though, right? Like they made their home like tough to play. Like they played to their strengths. They adapted a little bit and they kind of went for it. But like
But they were all down like 2
Yeah,
weeks.
2 weeks.
It wasn't like
before.
anyone took it to last day.
Yeah,
They were all
yeah.
down.
But aye. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Hard to come up in and try and like play that way and stay up. But yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of hope Forest go down. I think I was between Leicester and Ipswich to be honest. I just picked Leicester. I don't know.
I just think
Leicester are a bit unknown for me as well.
Yeah, same with
Just
me.
with the
Yeah.
new gaffer.
Yeah.
what's
Lose,
their point deduction?
Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say. They've also going to have a
Against
point
Saints.
deduction potentially. Yeah,
I don't know actually.
it's a lot. That's a decent amount of points at the bottom.
Dewsbury Hall's a big player for them as well. He's
Yeah,
always at
lost
Chelsea.
him. Yeah,
Is Vardy still?
yeah. I've already
Yeah,
still there.
yeah,
You can get him in
yeah,
fantasy.
Yeah, yeah he's
Yeah,
cheap.
I'm
Cheap
on
Yeah,
third
he's cheap.
striker
Yeah,
option.
he is like cheap third striker. Just
Yeah,
come
but-
off the bench.
Leicester don't score any goals, then he's not getting any.
Yeah, I think those three will go down, man. I think honestly, again, just
Everton surviving again.
Everton again, mate. They have
Do you
to.
reckon?
I think you know what, I actually think they will survive.
Really?
again.
Yeah.
But I think they will. And actually, you know what? I hope they do because it's our last year at Goodison and it'd be an absolute killer for them to go down.
Imagine they go down into a new stadium. mate.
Yeah, I do think they will stay up.
Same.
They're so poorly ran though. I like the takeover just got
Yeah, fucked.
White
Yeah,
Day,
patched off.
so-
Yeah, mate.
they've got serious issues. And the other thing we've spoken about this with Everton before, right? But they don't have any assets to sell.
Mate, no.
So when it comes to like,
Braithwaite's the only one.
well,
isn't it?
yeah, and then people obviously go on about Pickford, but like realistically, are any of the teams that we've just said are going to finish in the top 10 after Pickford? Probably not.
Nah. Did you see? Seen a clip on TikTok. I need to actually watch the interview, so it's decent. It was Ancelotti talking about like his coaching styles, and they asked him about Everton, and he was like, "Well, look, like I came to Everton. He's like, I had Jordan Pickford, whose strength is literally twatting the ball
Yeah.
miles, and I had Calvert Lewin, whose strength is headering it. And he was like, literally training was Pickford, Jordan, kick it, Calvert Lewin, like jump up for the header, and we work on the second ball.
Yeah.
And he loves that the way he loves that. Like,
No.
Pickford, even in the Euros, it's like, mate, just relax.
I was
son.
about to say not to go back
Yeah.
to the Euros, but remember Ollie Watkins came on and was just like, and Ollie Watkins was praying for him at least to kick it to Ollie Watkins. He's trying to ping it to Saka.
Yeah.
Like,
Watkins
I've
is
never
like
seen Saka
asking to
head of the
hit him
ball.
in the body, and he's
Yeah.
fucking pinging it into corners towards Saka.
He's a
It's like,
maniac. Eh?
mate, he's fucking rash.
He's
Justin
just like-
loves kicking the ball far.
just
He
needs
does
to
make
chill,
good
doesn't
saves. Like he is an alright keeper, in fairness. But
Yeah. But
they're
anyway,
gonna stay. They'll stay.
They will, but as I say,
Stay.
they've just not got any assets to sell. And if you look at like the stuff that apparently is going on, they can't sign anyone
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they don't have any money.
The squad's gonna be the same, bar the people that they potentially lose, right?
Yeah, basically, unless they make like a little rash signing here or there. But yeah, I hope they stay up. As I say, they have actually signed a few boys though. To be fair,
Yeah.
no idea who they are, but they have signed a couple.
What about Bournemouth?
I
Think they'll be
think
good
it-
again. They finished the season quite well, but if Solanke goes,
I think if you
Yeah.
lose Solanke, it's hard to replace. 65 million, but like, who'd you buy to like replace it? But yeah, and we've got their, what did we get? The director of football,
Yeah,
Scottish boy. We've got him as well at Liverpool.
I think
So-
Bournemouth are in trouble for myself.
If they lose Solanke,
Solanke
they'll
goes,
be in the
yeah.
mix. Yeah, yeah. If Solanke goes, they're in the mix. They could be in trouble. I agree with you. The Vitality said, and fucking Solanke done me in fantasy last year as well. I never had that fucker in
nah,
there.
that killed me.
He's fucking
Put in
spinny,
fucking-
like.
Callum Wilson instead.
What about
Killed
what
me.
about players to watch this season? I've noted who mine is, Dan. I can do mine first if you don't have one. But
Yeah, go for it because I didn't get this far down. The list.
again, not being biased, but I think this is a season with
Salah.
no, yes.
Turning into the Anfield Wrap.
yeah, Mohamed Salah is the Anfield rep.
All 11, all
yeah.
11 players at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Ones to watch.
No, because I think because of the way the new manager plays and how it's looking in pre-season, I think this is the season Harvey Elliott
Yeah, I
steps
don't
up
mind that.
another
To
level.
be fair. I think he'll be
I
good.
think Harvey Elliott starts to get some assists and goals to his name.
It's
and
going to be
is-
interesting to see how
really
Liverpool
important.
rotate that though.
Yeah,
With like McAllister,
Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai, Harvey Elliott.
yeah. I
And
think
then
that's the
also
only
Hamilton.
thing you're right that might hamper him. But I really think this if you're having a manager that's literally wanting you to be a 10 and your job is to receive it on the spin and just thread your strikers in, I like it for Elliott.
Yeah.
That suits him more than Klopp. Like, can you run and get the ball back?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Not
like
that-
him more in the central areas rather than getting played
I
sort of
agree.
like as a
He's
wide
not got
forward.
the pace to be wide, does
Where
he?
he was a lot with Klopp.
I hate
Yeah.
how he used to get subbed on for Salah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
play that-
it
play
doesn't
that
work,
wide
does
right,
it?
no.
He's not like mind at the championship, but he went away to
Blackburn.
Blackburn and he played off the wing in the championship, and he was like electric. But again, levels
Levels, innit?
coming
Yeah.
up, and he just can't do it on the wing, can
He
he?
was
But
at Fulham as well. Well, that's
yeah,
where Liverpool
Fulham,
signed him.
that's where we got him
Yeah.
from. Yeah, but he was a winger, and then you can see him being Foden, right? You're Foden, right? Like get the ball and
Yeah.
do shit happen. So for me, Harvey Elliott's my player to watch this season.
Depends what your classist player to watch because you could obviously say like Haaland.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think because I've gone for them to win the league, I'm going to say Saka.
Mm.
I think
Big year.
I think you'll just have like he plays like every minute for Arsenal, so he's
Yeah.
obviously like really really important. He gets a lot of goals and assists anyway, but I think this year he might take it to another level in terms of like 20 goals,
Go big.
like double figures
Yeah.
goals and assists. I think
Yeah.
for both. I mean, he's going in my fantasy team.
Yeah.
He's in my fantasy team.
Yeah,
A stalwart
yeah.
for me last year.
It's an exclusive right there for the boys.
I'm trying, because as I say, you could go for guys like your Haalands, Fodens, blah blah blah. But what's the point? Everyone knows they're going to be good.
I touched on him earlier on. Smith Rowe for me.
Yeah,
I
at
think-
Fulham.
At Fulham,
Main man.
Main man. I spent a lot. What's that? I think that was a club record for signing
Yeah.
at Fulham there, 30 million. I think people have forgotten how good he was.
He was
at
good.
Arsenal.
He
when
was, he
broke
was.
through the team.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm going with Smith Rowe.
I like it, boys.
and
I
also
like it.
if he can stay fit, because he does struggle a little bit for fitness. But Isaac's class.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
mate.
Newcastle,
I think this is his last year there, and then someone.
because he's like 24, eh?
If you're Arsenal, right?
I'd
If you're
love him.
Arsenal,
He looks
I'd still
tailor-made
go
for
him
them,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, if I'd still
Yeah.
go for him now, but like
I know.
Newcastle, about wow.
I'd love him at Liverpool as well. to be
So would
honest.
I, mate. It's a 9. That's
think
big
he's-
Darwin.
Yeah,
like it, Beans,
I
yeah.
think he's class. I think he's really, really good. He does struggle a little bit with the old hammies.
Yeah, he misses a few games here and there,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Yeah, I like that Beans. Arsenal shout. I mean, Isaac shout, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm Arsenal, I'm trying to get him. United, mate. Trying to get him as well as a 9 or something. But, yeah. That's pretty much it for the Prem stuff, eh? Don't think there's anyone else.
Coach to watch. That's why I went Palace.
Oh, yeah,
I
coach
just
to
think-
watch. Yeah, yeah.
I think obviously he's not one to watch. He came in and did really, really well last year, so it might be a bit of a cop out. But
Yeah.
I just liked how they played. As I said, they battered some teams that you probably didn't expect. Why did Palace always play on Monday at 8 o'clock as well?
Sky just love it, eh? Like
Yeah.
Selhurst Park.
But,
Let's
like, they're
go,
all,
do it.
and I think that's an advantage for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think some teams are like, fuck's sake, Monday 8 o'clock, and I think the Palace boys are just like, here we go.
yeah. They don't have European football, eh? So just chuck them on a Monday night. Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool. I was thinking, I guess I've said it, Gary. I like Gary O'Neill for me. I think just to get better, just Wolves to be a bit better. I think, yeah, Gary O'Neill would be my coach. Trying to think if there's anyone else. I think that's it.
Ten Hag.
one to watch as he goes out the door.
Yeah. What about? I did want to finish off on this. Is me and Beans had a good chat about it in the flat yesterday. My days are fucking muddled up. About just in Scotland with Celtic and Rangers. I think Celtic not quite comfortably, because it always goes to like, you know, I think Celtic do that quite easily again.
I think Hearts split the Old Firm this year.
Fuck,
Someone's-
I love that.
They
That's
said
gonna be
that
the
on,
clip. I'm
open,
clipping
They
that.
said that on Open Goal as well.
I think
Hearts,
Hearts
is it?
finished second this year.
Wow, I love that.
I
Like.
see Paddy Power paid out on Celtic already.
I think
know it's not
Celtic-
for the chat, but
Walk the league like by miles.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't think Hearts run them close either. I think Rangers are in a completely transitional period.
Yeah,
And
it's a bit of a mess actually.
they have been for a little bit though.
they have, but then obviously the manager's still newish. I know he's come in the door last year, but then they're losing big players that have been there for a while, like your Goldtons, even Barisic. I know he's not amazing, but he was there for a while.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
a lot
absolutely,
of experience is going,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then you're bringing in boys that aren't as experienced.
Yeah.
I think their best signings probably being Connor Barron, who's from Aberdeen.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just the boys that they aren't bringing in. Half of them I've not heard of for a start.
Yeah.
And yeah, the quality in the squad just doesn't look that great.
Nope.
And they've also got European football as well, so I don't know if they have the depth in their squad to
Handle it.
Scored in the
handle
last
that,
minute last night, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
T College. Yeah, Desert.
which is a pretty good result for them actually.
Away from home, yeah.
Me and Beans were saying that like how well Celtic are ran compared to them. Like obviously, I think that we were talking about like Brighton being in talks to like Matt O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Me and Greg are like Celtic have got themselves to the point where they're like, right, yeah, we're huge. We think we're a massive club like Celtic is, Parkhead and all that, absolutely. But we understand that if someone like Matt O'Reilly, I mean, we went through it. Edward at Palace. Who else did we go through? Wanyama, Van Dijk. We went through a few. Dembele, mate.
Potentially Matt O'Reilly.
Matt O'Reilly now, like they always have someone that they can
Tierney.
then sell. Tierney,
yeah,
right?
Michel.
And they almost they don't seem
Yeah.
to like, and they don't go ridiculous. They don't want ridiculous money because they know where they're at, right? I think they're really well ran, to be honest.
I think
and
the point they were getting at was like they offloaded those boys when they were like good and going for say like
yeah,
even like 15, 20 million or whatever.
big money for Celtic.
Where like
yeah,
if you look at Rangers, unfortunately, like Goldson, Tav, Morelos, to call out three, like Rangers didn't offload at like the peak
yeah,
and didn't get the money for that, which I think is probably fair to say. And now they're
Tav's
not.
still there.
And yeah, sorry.
yeah.
But I mean, he's.
But I know what you mean. Like
I know what you
he's at
mean,
the
yeah.
point where it's like you're not
he's
getting the money
top
for him.
sort of-
Yeah.
And so you're not going to get that much money for him. Where like a couple of years ago, after their like Europa League run,
Yeah.
you would have probably got, especially Morelos, right? They probably could have got 20 million for Morelos.
Yeah.
Scored like they not scored 20 goals.
He was really good that season,
in Europe
yeah.
that season,
Yeah.
something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So they've just not done that, and then obviously they're they've not been able to then reinvest money into the squad.
Yeah.
And then obviously they've got the mess with the stadium at the moment.
Yeah.
Uh,
In Hampden.
well, yeah, and apparently there was something to do with not even having supplies for the stadium or whatever.
Christ.
Again, don't know how much you read into that. But,
Yeah.
yeah, it just seems a little bit messy. As well, they've just given the manager a year extension, but apparently already had a contract to 2027. So why would you give him 1 year?
Yeah, it also seems a bit weird. Like
It
he
seems a
even
bit
did
rash.
he did the press conference and then came back in like 2 minutes later to say that, oh, by the way, Todd Cantwell wants to leave. I was just a bit like,
yeah,
you don't really need to do that. Do you know, there's just been little things, and I'm just like, and I quite liked the way Clement spoke last season, and I thought he would do all right. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, there might be I
You
like
said
Hart splitting them. I
you
fucking
said
love that.
every player's up for sale apart from Butland.
yeah.
I mean, it's like things like that. Like,
But
why
then-
say that?
But
I
and
know.
don't get me wrong, I know he's good, but could you not argue that Butland's one of their assets that if they do need money, you could go and get 10,
Aye.
15 million for him?
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's 31, but still, a keeper's going to go till 35, so
yeah.
you could maybe get 10, 15 million from him, and it would sort out the situation a little bit. But I know he's a really, really good keeper. But
Who have Celtic just brought in again? Kasper
Kasper
Schmeichel. Like
Schmeichel.
Celtic, like again, like
Matt
they
is a great
do,
signing.
they're doing the same. Like Joe Hart done, Kasper Schmeichel in. Like
mean,
couple,
Kasper Schmeichel's
couple,
probably a
couple of years, that position's taken care of. Don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
he's probably
Yeah.
a better keeper than Joe Hart. So if anything,
Yeah.
you could argue they've upgraded.
Exactly, mate. And it's like yeah. I like it, man. Hart splitting the old firm.
Hart
That would
second,
be
mate.
that would be fucking huge, man.
Just because we've recruited really, really well.
Mate, Hart should
managing
have
to
won the
keep-
game on Saturday.
Managing to keep Shankland as well so far. I know,
Yeah.
I know it's not finished
Yeah.
yet, but keeping him is obviously huge. Scored all our goals. The way he links up play and stuff as well. It's just no other player in the team that
Yeah.
can do that. He's irreplaceable to Hearts. Like Hearts,
Oh,
if we
yeah.
sold him, we've got no chance of getting anyone in
Yeah,
the same
Finished
quality.
Yeah.
Second to sit.
And just the boys that we signed as well. It's the Hearts squad really, really good.
yeah.
When does the transfer window close?
Is it like the 1st of September?
Yeah.
No,
I
it closes before the start of the season, does it not? Was that not the complaint they were losing players?
it?
Like the
I
English-
don't know if it's changed. I thought it was just.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah, maybe it has. Maybe it hasn't. Just to finish off, because I've actually I follow this page on Instagram called like We Are the Gorgie Boys, and they do like daily vlogs and they do their podcast and that. So I was thinking about like, maybe asking the boy about Hearts, but what do you think? Like, if they split the big two, massive, obviously that's fucking huge, but like. Is Naismith maybe got? Let's just say he finished third again. Is Naismith maybe getting to that Nielsen point where it's like, where else do you go? And then the fans start getting a bit like, do you know what I mean? Felt like that happened with Nielsen.
He's only had one full season though, right?
Yeah,
Naismith.
Yeah, and he was actually quite close to not getting close to that. He probably wasn't nowhere near getting sacked, but fans, Hearts fans think we're Real Madrid.
aye, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what I mean.
always a rock
like,
and a hard place
yeah.
for Hearts fans. Like Naismith went on a poor run, and then the fans are right on top of you, and they hate you, and then he finished the season really, really strongly,
Yeah,
and they're all singing songs about him again. So I think the other way around. If Naismith finishes third again, it's more he'll move on to a bigger team.
right.
I think he'll get linked to a bigger club,
Yeah.
or I would say bigger club, but a team down south, like English Championship, like
Yeah.
a better project.
I
than
know what you
Hearts.
mean. Yeah,
Played
yeah.
at high level as well, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Yeah, he was in the Prem and that. Do you know? I keep saying to finish it, but do you know my shout to? I'll give you a shout for the Scottish League. Hibs to go down.
Yeah, they're shocking.
Pumped
Eh?
3-0 at the weekend. Can't say around. Hibs to go down. So Hearts are split into two. Hibs are going down. Slot's the new king of the co-op, and Ten Hag's going to get sacked. Man Eastroyd's going to be
Yeah.
the Man United manager.
I'd say welcome to the Anfield Wrap.
Hey,
folks.
welcome to the Anfield Wrap, folks. And City win fucking 5 in a row anyway. I think that'll do us, boys. I'm good
Yep.
with that. I
Happy
think
days.
We covered everything we got. Oh, sorry. I should probably. He's going to be mad at me if I don't do it. Should
Oh,
probably read
God.
out. What was Matthew's predictions here? Fuck's sake. Liverpool first. Arsenal
Yeah,
second.
that's enough.
City third, Newcastle fourth. Then he's gone West Ham, Man United, Tottenham, and to go down he's got Ipswich, Southampton, Everton. Villa will struggle, and Harvey Elliott is also his player to watch for the season. As Greg said, welcome to the Anfield Wrap. We're
Yeah.
done. Right, boys. Cheers.